Hello everybody, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please press the like button, please do subscribe. I'm here in my flat in Rochester. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 6:25 p.m.
So good evening everybody. It's not been too bad this afternoon and this evening. I think it's a case of like cheering your own self up when you live alone. I went out this morning, I walked Max, it wasn't too bad. It turned a bit, well, I don't know, because I've cheered up, so I feel okay, so I'm not complaining. The weather has been on and off sunny, then it rains, and then the sun comes out, then it rains again. And it's been doing that on and off all day, so not too bad. I think some people have tried to get on my nerves, but I've overcome it. I am obviously researching the internet about the things that have that causes what I believe there's a lot of people that have gone through what's happened to me, you've just got to make the most of your time on this planet, because it's very short. I've had a lot of horrible things happen to me, and I mean really horrible. I've lost my children, I've lost my home 4 times, I've been homeless, I've been in 2 women's refuges and they were absolutely awful. You can imagine when you are targeted and these places seem unreal. Not like a real woman's refuge would be, with real, genuine females that are actually suffering domestic violence. They were more like bullying places to bully me in, and I've suffered severe bullying in 2 women's refuges. I could not stay in them because of the bullying. One of them was miles away from my children, miles away from my mum and dad. I was sent to Seaford. Lewis, Alexa, where is Seaford?
Seaford is a town in the southeastern part of England. It is located 51.9 miles south of London, England.
Miles away from Gloucestershire, where my children were at the time I was put into this women's refuge. And women's refuges obviously are full of women, aren't they? They're not for men. You don't put a male sufferer of domestic violence into a woman's refuge, do you? So these were all women bullying me, females, and it was unbearable. Seaford refuge, I stayed a couple of days. I couldn't bear it. The way I was treated in there was disgusting. The Gloucestershire Women's Refuge, I stayed in there for 6 months, because that was the beginning, that was really the beginning of this horrible treatment that I was getting. And I didn't know what was going on. I was just putting up with it. I was just doing what I was told and getting on with it. I didn't realise what was going on. So you start to realise that no one's going to help you. No one at all. You've got to rely on yourself. And in Gloucestershire I had a young baby. So all I was doing was protecting my baby from these criminals, these perpetrators that were after my child and me. So they were targeting my child as well. That was living with me at that time in Gloucestershire. They were targeting that child. And he was being pushed over. They tried to abduct my child 3 times, and I was hanging onto the pram like fuck. Just because he was a different skin colour. Which is outrageous, isn't it? It was true. I'm going to go through that a lot later on. The lengths they went to try and get rid of me and my child. Now I've got nothing to lose. They have targeted my pets, as you've seen, which isn't funny. They've targeted my dog. I came home and found my cat missing. My white cat's died. I'm not saying that probably was natural causes, but I don't know. I'm not 100% certain. I have come home to find things that a cat couldn't touch or knocked over. I've come home to things that have been destroyed. I'm like every woman. I like to go shopping. I like to go to B&M. I like to go to the pound shop. I in the back of my mind, I can't stay out for long periods of time because I'm wondering what I'm going to come back to. At the time my cat went missing, I was actually on the field. I wasn't miles away. I was like 20 minutes away from my flat when my cat went missing. And like people were mucking about on Facebook, sending me messages. Oh, I've seen your cat outside the travel lodge eating scraps. And then one of the neighbours who had my phone number, one of the neighbours has got my phone number, but it's not my up-to-date phone number. Since I gave that lady downstairs my phone number, I've changed my phone number. So she's got an old phone number that I don't use. But I was actually sat down one evening and I thought I'd written my cat off, that I was never going to see my cat again. And I was on a pen pal site, would you believe? And I was talking to pen pals, and I was talking about my missing cat to pen pals on a pen pal site. And suddenly, the neighbour downstairs rings my buzzer and says, "Oh, I think I've seen your cat. It's underneath the car." And the look on her face was like shock, because my cat was almost dead. If I had not started feeding that cat would have been died within 2 days, I would reckon. It was a walking skeleton. It was like picking up a couple of feathers. And you should see now, since I've fed that cat constantly, day after day, you can hardly pick her up. She's so bloody heavy, Nikki is. She's really heavy, but these people are cruel. They're nasty, right? I've never seen so much cruelty. That cat was probably locked up in one of their garages or houses, and they were taking their hatred of me out on my cat. That's what I believe, and I think that's disgusting. It's horrific animal abuse. Just because they don't like me or are jealous of me. That, you know, this dog, right, I don't know how I protect him like my child when I have my baby. And they, you know, all that, I kept hold of my baby for as long as I could before these bogus police. They were bogus. And so were the social workers and the paperwork to the court case. It was all bogus. They've got away with it now because my son is 18. There's no point going to solicitors and that now because it's all done and dusted. They've got away with it, or so they think. Right? But it was, you know, it was all kept like under the carpet. And I was terrorised up in Gloucestershire. I was terrorised out of Gloucestershire. Terrorised out of there. Absolutely terrorised. Because, I don't... terrorised out of where I live. I don't want to go back up there. And I certainly don't want to remember things that happened to me up there. That's long gone. That's evil, dark history. But how these monsters got away with what they did to me, I haven't got a clue. I mean, underground networks, whatever, I don't know. But they weren't police. They weren't housing that came round to my flats. They were thugs and criminals that were frightening me. They certainly demanding rent when I wasn't in rent arrears, banging on my door for rent that I didn't owe, frightening the fuck out of me, telling me they'd knocked on the door and no one was in. When I heard the door knock, I went to open the door, and they'd run down the bloody stairs. They'd put a note through that I wasn't in. So it was going on my records that I wasn't answering the door to health visitors when I bloody well was. They was all connected and trying to make me look bad when I was the innocent party. And I will maintain that I was the innocent party. So I've been in my flat today, and you don't trust these people. You don't trust them. And I certainly would never speak to one of them again. You know, if that's how they treat cats, then I certainly don't want to know them at all. Playing games with me, you know, making friends with me, and then playing games all connected with each other. Do you know what I mean? Pretending they're friends with me when they're laughing behind my back, basically, and stabbing me in the back. I don't trust any of them. And I wouldn't trust any of them. No one plays games with me anymore. I don't trust anybody after what happened to me in Gloucestershire. I trust no one. Right? You don't even trust your own family when you've gone through what I've gone through. Believe you me. So I keep myself to myself. This morning I felt shit, but I still went out with my dog. They're not gonna punish me for something I haven't done. If they've got fucking proof that I've done something, fucking take it to the police. They haven't. They're hounding me for no reason. And my mother is part of it, and she's left me a message. Let's hear Jennifer's message. She always leaves me a nice message in the afternoon, my mother does. And we're also receiving messages off of Flirt Finder at the same time. And Flirt Finder is a dating site, I've told you that, or a flirting site, a dating site. And I joined another one a couple of days ago, and that was useless as well. Some idiot's making a noise outside. They need to wrap it up because get out of my videos. Jesus.
Welcome to your EE voicemail. You have 2 new messages and 9 saved messages.
Why do they have to
new
butt
message
in while I'm doing a video? What's
today
wrong with
at
them?
8:54 a.m.
What the fuck was that?
Good morning again, Janessa. It's me, your mum, Jennifer. Janessa, your number has just come up. You just give me a ring back. I didn't know whether you wanted to speak to me.
Oh, my number's come up, has it? My mum's just told me my number's come up. You know what that means, don't you?
Message received today at 4:19 p.m.
Watch out, my number's come
Good
up.
afternoon, Janessa. This is your mother, Jennifer, speaking to you from her landline phone. Hope you're having a good bank holiday Monday. Thinking of you. So I give you another telephone call to let you know that I'm thinking of you. And if you need me, as I say, I've been in all day and I'm in all afternoon, evening as usual. So if you want to give me a telephone call, you can. All right, bye for now. Love you.
Bye for now, love you. And who's she copying there? She's copying someone there. Bye for now, I love you. I love me too. Yeah, I was trying to speak just then and this random voice made a noise. I don't know where it came from. It can go back where it came from as well. Why do they keep making noises when I'm doing videos? They sound like fucking fruitcakes. Ah! Really? Just butt in with random noises. What's wrong with them? Do they like people to see what lives near me? Absolute nutters. So where was I? Yeah, that's my mum's. She's left a message. We've got a Flirt Finder message as well. Do you know who whoever's doing this, you really seriously need to grow up before it's too late. Right, so guys, I've just had a flirt finder message. Someone's trying to frighten me. My alleged rapist came from Gravesend, so they keep saying that they're from Gravesend. I'd like to meet the guy in the little red car that took me to Gravesend. I really would, because I'd be totally different from what I am now. So keep on, keep on, keep on, and you're all going to get found out. See you later.